All right. Mic check. All right, test your mic. Let's see.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Perfect. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Your boy Sam Chimes, your host from Chimes Live FM. Things are happening here. But we're holding it down. First, we're just gonna make a beat. What's your favorite letter between A and G?
Oh, well, that's a tough one. Not to be biased, I'll say M, man.
I think I heard you say M.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not between A and G.
A and G, oh, sorry, my bad. No. Okay then. I will just go with I then. No, sorry, that's not it. Sorry, my mind is all over the place. I'll just say F then.
F, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, okay. I don't know about that. So for everybody who's tuning in, we're going to be creating everything from the ground up here. See where we go.
That beat?
Yeah.
Alright, listen. Let me talk to you for a minute. So, isn't it funny how families fueled by finding faults when they could have fun by frolicking in the sunshine when my sun shines when... Look, I could start over, but I could talk to you funny or...
Yeah.
Look, my mind is all over the place, so let me calm down and talk to you. Look, I'm here with Sam Chimes and we're chiming in the sunshine and your sun shines instead of stormy skies, but here I am talking to you nicely. Nicely.
It smells so good like old and spicy.
Old and spicy like Old Spice, the deodorant on me so nice, but she looks at me all smells, but I don't want to talk to her. Instead, I just shy away from her. I shy away from her because I am so shy, but my mind's racing all over the place and she is so fine like a summer sky and the sunshine, and we are in sunshine, and I'm repeating myself because my mind is all over the place, and this is a freestyle, but my style isn't free. Instead, we pay taxes like we are here in BC, and life is so unpredictable like BC's weather, and we know that we are in a tough economy, so I'm Look, this is so funny, but I can talk to you nice or I could talk to you stormy, but this is not Stormzy. I don't hide and seek. Instead, I seek to find the love of my life, but she has been eluding me so many times. So I just keep to myself like a young man on his dreams, staying focused, and we are just rhyming. Look, I'm back here with my family, just not trying to feel like Steve Harvey. Instead, my tower is so high, but my talent can't reach the ceiling. Instead, I see links and I see lines, and we just could use alliteration to talk to literate individuals, but instead I am an individual trying to build community through arts and culture. So culturally, I am concise with these rhymes. I'm concise with these lines. I create compositions so concise. My concaves like a mirror. I make convex, and yeah. I could just talk too much, but instead I like to keep to myself, so people see me and think that I am too solemn, but instead when I smile, I light up people's lives. So this is not Instagram, but my life is full of complexity. So I try to keep it simple, but still problems come. Look, I see too many men battle inside demons, and instead I try to weaponize my words, but I'm too nice with these rhymes. I am too nice in my life, so people wonder why I put on so many performances and so many shows, but instead I use that as a coping mechanism. I am not a machine, but look, too deep for this intro like a J. Cole song, but my favorite artist is not J. Cole though. It is Lupe Fiasco's. Look, kick and punch verses and stand still, but look, this is not DJ Haddon, so I know God is with me.
Yes, sir. I know that God is with me. Marlo, he's freestyling right here with me. He's here, he's reclaiming and claiming his victory. Every step we take, we rewriting our history. Yeah, we've been all the way around the earth. That's Sam Chimes 1, 2, 3 times. I came down just to give y'all that sunshine. So I came with Marlo just like one time.
Yeah.
It's about July, 13?
Nah, it's just July 6th, but
yes.
Europe manifest your thoughts so we can fast forward to a week in front, like July 13th. But this is not a Friday, instead it's a Sunday. So on these days, the sun shines and we just continue to rhyme, man.
Something's going on with the mic.
Better like Absol doing look. Better like Absol showing my abs though, but if I talk about male mental health, they'll say that I'm depressing. But can we talk about depression for a moment?
Yeah, we can.
Yo, almost 12 men die daily here in BC.
Tell them.
Yeah, but we don't talk about things that bother us emotionally. Instead, we run a high since men are just devised to be providers, and why can't we just be men instead of trying to allude us to a title?
Mm-hmm.
We are more than titles. Instead, we are more than mere mortals. Instead, we have feelings so much that we try to not to cry, but we cry inside of our homes, and nobody can see us. As I said in one of my poems, we cry alone, we live alone, we die alone. But why do we have to die alone when so many women draw to us?
Why?
Are we based on what we can provide, or are we based on who we are in our lives? Tell me the difference. We talk about differences, but we are not genuine. Instead, I could tell you about my genuine feelings, but you could run away when I talk to you emotionally, because to show emotions as a man must mean that I'm weak. But instead, when I show my strength, does that mean that vulnerability is inversely proportional to what I stand by with my morals and values? How do you value me as a man? How do you value me as a man? I am like Kendrick. I am a man in the garden, but this is not Eden. So would you tempt me to leave this garden? Would you tempt me like how Lucifer tempted Eve? Would it be responsible for her sins, or am I just a carnal virgin of him? Tell me the difference. I see so many people envious of me, but yet, can I tell you about greed? As a man once said, Donald Trump is just the epitome of sin. Yeah. But what would he be without Elon Musk? What would he be without riches? So who do we place our trust in? We used to say in God we trust, but every day I see things being done for money. And although I know we need money to live, what are we motivated by? This is just the intro.
This is just the intro.
So do you want any questions now?
This is just the intro.
Oh yeah, this is just the intro.
This is just the intro. This is just the intro.
Yeah, I love it.
So I want to say to you, say what's up to my man Marlo.
Yes, I'm here.
He's a poetry, finesse man, yo. Hey man, good to have you here.
And thanks for having me, man.
So very good freestyle to start. I love it. You know, I think you're the first person who's just gotten up and just like, yeah, just get it, because I think I want to see more of it. You know.
Oh yeah.
I think anyone and everyone can actually rap or freestyle if they want to. It's just getting in the flow and the vibe. Someone's like, oh, I'm not white, I'm not black enough, or I'm not white enough, whatever. Like,
Has nothing
you
to
know
do
what I'm
with that,
saying?
man.
Has
Yeah,
nothing to do with
man.
that. We're just humans out here with the same colored tongue. Most of us. Some people maybe have an infection, but outside of that, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
most of us are healthy. So if you're healthy, count your blessings. And while you're counting your blessings, share those blessings, because some different people have different mindsets
Oh yeah.
or different kinds of minds. Where, like, you know, Harry Mack, that guy's got an incredible mind. I don't have a mind like that.
I wish,
You
right?
got freestyling like,
Gorilla bars,
you
man.
know.
Yeah, the best.
But I'm gonna do what I do though, right?
Oh yeah.
So if you're shy, get at Chimes Academy. Let me help you out. Or if you're shy, get at Marlo too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do poetry, man. So share a little bit about your story. How'd you get there? And then we're gonna get into some of the questions. But share your background. Who are you?
Okay, so let me rest this here and just talk to you freely. So my name is Marlo Brown. I'm originally from Barbados in the Caribbean. Beautiful island of 166 square miles. You know. I didn't originally like poetry because of how it was presented. We go to school, you know, what you guys would call high school here. We called it secondary school back in Caribbean. And we learn poetry through its various structures, sonnets, rhyme schemes, limericks, ballads, etc. But we were presented with a Eurocentric view. Shakespeare, not even John Keats, but old poets like Lord Byron. They didn't present poetry with any poets of color. You know what I mean? So we used to learn things like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, and I know that's just an extension of poetry going into screenwriting and whatnot. But I didn't like poetry back then. But I got introduced to it through social media. You know, I had a friend, an old coworker, who was joining Facebook and posting poetry every day. And I said to him, you know, I don't see the sense of social media. It's just there for basically clout, and I don't need it. He said, man, just join it, take in the poetry, see what you think about it. I said, alright, I can do that. So I joined Facebook in 2008, write some poetry. I was like, okay, so you're using a simple rhyme scheme. I like it though. I like what you're talking about. So in next year, you know, the Carter 3 was out that time, and for those hip hop fans who are listening, I just decided to try a bit of it, and my first poem was actually a bit of a written freestyle to Amelia. You know, Amelia was very hot at that time by Lil Wayne. But I realized that by doing that, I was just becoming gimmicky, and I didn't want to become that way. So over the next couple months in 2009, I began to look around and see what's going on in community and society, and decided to use that art form to speak about things that bother us daily and other people. So that's where the journey began.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Thank you very much.
Arts with meaning. It's like the arts is like, it's a superpower. You know, it's a weapon.
Oh yeah.
You know, music is a weapon. Poetry is a weapon. I'll say art is a weapon. And by a weapon, I feel like it's something that can have influence, can move people, can shift minds, perspectives, and thus shifts worlds. I think you get it.
Correct. Yeah, man. That's what it's about.
Yes. All right, so we got 6 questions here.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go through some of them, and then what we'll do is after each one, as long as we got time, I think we got some time. After we go through each question, based on the answer, I'll see if I can make a beat and freestyle about it with Marlo too.
That's
So
very
as you're answering, just remember your answers.
Okay, then.
Okay, so first one. What's your favorite creation, and what do you love most about it?
Oh boy. I'm torn between this one because it actually goes into two. My favorite creation lies between two things. Either my third book, Thoughts of a Mature Mind, or my fourth book, The Life and Times of a Poet. At that time in my life, in 2022, was when I was finishing up my third book. And I originally started writing it for a competition. The last poem was actually title of the book, Thoughts of a Mature Mind. And what was so special about that was that I incorporate my two passions. a background in science and health and poetry. But that one poem in particular, I did something that a lot of men, and not calling out the men on this one, but as I delve deeper into my answer, you'll understand why. I wrote a poem based on the male version of endometriosis. And for those that wonder what endometriosis is, if you have a partner as a heterosexual man, it's basically when that time in month becomes heavier for a woman than most. And unfortunately, within our community, within black community, a lot of women get misdiagnosed by doctors and medical professionals who tell them that it's something else. So sometimes it could go for months or even years with an incorrect diagnosis. So I wanted to show how a man could be supportive with that condition, because most of the times it's written from a female perspective. So that's one of my favorite creations. But at that time, I was also writing from a third person view, and people want to know who was the artist behind these creations. So in my fourth book, I decided to tell more of my story, and so that people could get to know who I am as a person, not just the artist. So in that book actually has one of my favorite poems, the artist versus the person, the artist and the person, who I talk to myself basically as the artist, starting out as the artist and then going into the person. So those are my favorite two creations.
Okay, so if you could choose one, what was the second title of the second one?
Life and Times of a Poet, it would be that one, for many reasons. I'm living in Life and Times of a Poet, I'm performing all these events, curating events, dealing with not only what some people call groupies, but fans as well. People listening and taking in your journey and want to be a part of it. And you have to navigate life to establish a difference, whether people like you for you as a person or the artist. It was also the creation that I won an award for, so I can now refer to myself as an award-winning author. So it will be that one.
Now, with that book, if you could take it down to a one-sentence theme or statement, synopsis, what would that be?
One sentence. A journey from home, from my old home to my new one.
This is a journey from my old home to a new one, presented by Sam Chimes and Marlo.
Oh boy.
Okay, so we're going to choose a new beat now.
Wow.
Journey from home to a new one, right?
Oh yeah.
Something transitional. I think transitional needs...
Transitional. I love it.
Transmissions having some funny effects. I tried.
That's fine. I will try my best to work with it. Okay. If I could tell you about the journey from my old home to my new home, then it can be summarized in one word. What is it exactly? Is it transitional or is it true? Okay, look. The transition was tough. Growing up as a black man in a place where it was predominantly black, so as a culture changed, I moved from a place where I was well known to a place where they didn't know me at all. I make up 1% of this population, approximately 54,000 people here, as identifying as black or BIPOC. What does BIPOC mean? Black and indigenous people of color, but still we have to identify our businesses as black owned. Why is that? because they don't view us as people, instead they view us as things to be ignored. I get on the sky train and still they don't want to sit down next to me. Instead they stand when there are empty seats, but I remain seated. Define like Rosa, I park myself in this chair to show you where I came from and where I'm going. In this journey of the life and times of a poor, I can also show the journey of a black man. You see, I confide in things and I confide in people that I know that I can trust. So truthfully, I can tell you the truth about what I have been through. These mental states are weak, but yet I cry internally, and you choose not to listen. Instead, you look at the low things that are going on in my life, such as this event, that event, this performance, that performance, but yet you hear my voice, but only through poetry. I could tell you about this transition. We're meant to delight every day from 2021 to now. We still look at these elaborate cities like Vancouver and think that we're in the land of paradise when things are still expensive and inflation is constantly going up. Can you afford a home? We live in a place where approximately the average cost of home is 1.6 million, and yet millions of people here are still homeless. I choose to be homeless to tell not only your truth but my truth and other people's truths. So tell me, what do you see? They say black is beautiful, but how many of us love ourselves or love each other? We constantly wage war with words and still we have not grown. Is that enough or do you want more? Keep going?
How's you feel?
Oh, okay.
If it feels like you're complete with the story.
Man, I could tell you more, man. Listen. Okay. Transitions. I went from living with people to living on my own, and even though that journey was exciting, I still remember the memories of hurt and pain. What am I talking about? I can open up my browser on my phone and show you my dating history, but my story isn't his story or her story. Instead, it's the amalgamation of our story. I've been accused by several people of liking different ethnicities instead of my own, but every time you see me, I'm surrounded by those who look like me and talk like me and dress like me. I came from a place where people used to tell us that we overdress, but I look at this city and I see no fashion sense. So instead of trying to fit in, I choose to stand out. So I stand by myself while other people search for clout. You see, I stay valid and relevant in these times. Like I owe Michael Jackson reincarnating Chris Brown and Usher. So we are still good, but I can still find time to say goodbye to you. Instead, I search my life for new things. I would have thought I could freestyle. I keep it smooth like the stylistics, but I'm not a group. Instead, I'm a single man, searching for answers that people would choose not to reveal as the truth. So again, I could tell you about this transition, but would you take time to listen? Or would you choose to ignore the things that are right in front of you? Or would you choose to ignore the things that are right in front of you?
All right. Let's see what this next question is. Yeah. Marlo in the building, ladies and gents.
What transformations, if any, have you experienced due to your engagement with your art form? Oh boy, this is a good one. That is a good one.
guess I should turn that on. Forgot to turn that back on. Yes, yes, yes. What transformations, if any, have you experienced due to your engagement with your art form? Yeah, this is a good one.
So when I first started as a poet, I wasn't as comfortable on stage as I am now, and that came with personality. I was originally an introvert, slowly coming out as an ambivert, and I'm still. I think it leans toward a matter of laziness on my part. I am comfortable on stage, but I haven't gotten to the point where I want to memorize. So this is a new experience, like actually doing things without looking at my phone, right? And I got more confident on stage and in life. From if I get a new opportunity to curate an event or host an event, I would just say, like, let's do it. What's the time frame? We'll get it done. It comes with a lot of stress and whatnot, but I see myself even in competitions, whether it's slam poetry, literary contests and whatnot. I'm just like, okay, what do you need? Let me submit it. I go into that place to perform or compete. And that was being done from 2023. I was never of the mindset since I moved here that I'm not good enough to present my poetry in a specific place. It was rather like, okay, so this place needs to hear my poetry, or I'll reach out to organizers of events if poetry was included in what they post, and said, okay, so what about poetry? Would you allow poetry? And that opened up a series of collaborations and partnerships that I'm very proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. So your poetry is taking you to spaces that you otherwise would never have thought about stepping into.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
I got a performance coming up for Vines Arts Festival, and we're actually focusing on boxes.
Boxes.
Boxes represent identity and perspectives. Can you speak on that a little bit? What kind of boxes have you experienced in your life? And just considering boxes are necessarily a negative thing. It's just a thing.
Yeah, the connotations are along with boxes, and that's interesting. I think that not only in poetry, in several art forms and in life, depending on how you present yourself, people consider you as, I don't want to say, monotonic. That's the ideal word for it. So if you're presenting yourself as one thing, they expect you to only speak on that one thing, and forgetting that a person can be multidimensional and layered, right? And so I had said in the past, I'm not unilateral. I can speak on several things. If you perceive me as nice or good or whatnot, that does not mean that I can't venture into other things. For example, one box that I put myself in because of something that was said to me a couple years ago was that I banned myself from writing erotic poetry. And as a poet, or as an artist, that you're not supposed to limit yourself, you're not supposed to censor yourself. But also, if you trying to get into certain organizations or trying to establish certain partnerships, you can't go on stage and talk about your sexual desires, even though that you're human and we all have sexual desires. So that's one box that I was put in. Talking about mental health in certain spaces, that's another box that I have been put in, but I escaped it due to the fact that, again, I don't believe in censorship as an artist. Going into spaces where of different ethnicities as a black person, they didn't want you to speak about race in terms of reparations and whatnot, which, I went to an event in February and I was basically told that to some extent. And when I saw the keynote speaker, I just got more confidence and said to myself, I'm just going to do the poem as it was written. And I remember it was in front of the mirror of Siri, and she gave me what do you call it? One of those coins, a challenge coin to continue to do great work in the city. So if I had done that, if I had censored myself, she would have heard it in its authentic form, and she would have given me that as reward. So it's how you escape the box.
So I beg to ask then, there are rules and regulations written, and I wonder if some of them are more suggestions and we just censor our own selves by deciding this is the end all and be all.
Oh yeah, we do censor ourselves, and as artists, we know, especially as poets, we know have to issue trigger warnings. Because some people might hear things in poetry that they have been through and they can't take it, so they either want to leave the room or feel uncomfortable listening to it. So we always have to issue trigger warnings so that we won't offend anyone in the audience. Yeah.
All right. Let's compile that into one sentence.
Ah, boy. So transformations. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. One sentence. What transformations have? Okay. From shy to confidence. Yeah.
Another transformation from shy to confidence.
Right.
All right, let's build something.
Okay then.
I may have to redo that.
Okay.
See how it goes. Yeah, I will.
All right. The EDM on it. Okay. So, tell me, is this the era of boom bop where we head bop or we shake our heads? Because I don't know what this is. So they want to center us as artists, but you know me, I speak my truth authentically. So, like Harry Mack, this is off the dome, but you can put me in a box or make me monochromatic because I exist in different colors like a kaleidoscope. So tell me the truth. What are we speaking about? I went from being shy and reserved to being confident. So I confide in my confidence, but yet they run away from me every time I go deeper than rap or poetry. I am not bigger than Rick Ross, but I am a boss in my own right. You see, I exist in spaces where Mill couldn't say that he could ride like a boss, because this is not Philly. Instead, this is BC, where you have to bring cash or you die, because you can't exist. You can't live. But tell me, what is the difference between existing and living? We survive, but we want to thrive in places where we go into places where we are the only black person in the room and they look at us like shrewd individuals, but this is not the taming of the shrew. So I can Shakespeare's, but this is not Shakespeare. I don't have to rely on a iambic pentameter. Instead, my pen speaks volumes. I don't have to suffer in silence. I shout loud and I am in charge of many things around me. My world revolves around the sun, so I exist in different frequencies. My wavelengths are longer than what you think of me. Look, I could come with guns, but I don't have to use gun bars. Instead, this is me going from coast to coast, but I come with bullets like that old school video game from the 90s. This is control, so I am speaking with the flow. I am delicate with these words, but that doesn't mean that I am soft with my voice. Instead, this is poetry board in font, like moving from Times New Roman to different sets of Roman numerals. So this is not Caesar. This is not you saying et tu Brutus will I betray you and stab you in the gut or stab you in the back. I don't believe in backstabbers, so I could come to you honestly. I could come to you truthfully. I could come to you with so many words in my vocabulary, but what is this about? This is not about me boasting, but me showing the transition between me being a quiet individual to me speaking on mics in front of different crowds. So yes, this is old Kanye in his prime. So I can have you like John, a legend that is so high I can put you on cloud 9 or take you down so low. Take you down so low. All I needed was one mic, but this is not Nasir Icon Jones on this mic. This is not Shadamas. This is It Was Written. This was all the classics that you have ever been listening to. What do you say back then? Is this the 90s to infinity? No, this is 90s to 2025. We're all suffering. This year has been too hard, so can we ease back to better times? Can we go back to better days? Can we exist in the mansion of thugs, or is this an era where thugs don't matter? An era where nice guys are left behind. They say nice guys finish last, but how many of you like nice guys? I'm not nice, instead I'm good. What is the difference? I have boundaries, so as a bold as googly, this is a cricket reference. Nod heads. Thanks for this beat.
What's the theme again? What's the subject matter again?
Share the confidence, man.
Transformation?
Transformation. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let me get this one. Yeah. Yeah, watch how the beat goes through transformation. Watch how the beat goes through transformation. To Sam Chance production. Woo, hey.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can't freestyle. Watch how the beat goes through transformation. Shout out to everybody in every nation, all the way down to Nigeria nation. Where you from again?
I'm from Barbados, man.
All the way down to Barbados.
Yeah.
My man Marlo, he came right now to freestyle for us with that poetry. We call it flowetry. See, the universe is flowing right through. Got the message too. We beating your earlobes really black and blue. Man, who would thought? Who would have knew? We over here, man, sending vibes that so brand new.
Oh, yeah.
From us, from me to you. Been across the world 1 or 2 times. Sam Chimes that make it feel so sublime, like it's a brand new freestyle. The way we're living every day now. We leave you feeling like, oh wow, oh me, oh my. We go flying high. Transformation. I had to go way down there.
Yeah.
To Ideas Island, the place that I might stand. You don't understand.
Oh yeah.
Stay there for 1 week. Made something brand new. And I have to let you think that this beat right here is actually made from the same lyricism that I made a couple of days ago. I had to come on free flow. Back then I had no afro. In 2018, who would have thought, who would have knew?
Yeah.
The hardest time in my life might have been that time. It took me around the world 2-3 times. I came right back with that transformation, so I had to come and just freestyle. Transformation's happening. It's almost like I'm in a cocoon right now. Oh wow, I feel something busting me right down. It's just my knee. Oh wow, never knew that I could walk this way, talk this way, running this way. DMC, we over here freestyling, man. You can find me, no I see you, but I do see you seeing me across the TV, this Instagram thing.
Oh yeah.
We here freestyling, make you feel like your heart is shining. Sometimes it feels scary, just like we in that movie. Sipping on spiked tea, it is The Shining. But anyway, keep living on, the universe is same, man. Keep on freestyling, never stopping. Keep on going, keep on growing. Sam Chimes and Marlo, I hope you know it.
Look.
Keep going.
Look. This world can turn you from boys to men. So as I go from boy on bending knee to the end of the road, I look back and think that these are the times, but I can't draw hills to comparison. I saw beauties and I realized we don't make love no more. So as I mentioned the differences in my life, I try to stay genuine. So I love for a pony to ride, but I only have 4 minutes like a font. Can you tell the references that they use from the songs in the 90s when we realized that black music was at its pinnacle, its peak, its evolution? What more can I say? I brought life to party, but my edges are never jagged. So I knew I was in a dilemma, like old school Nelly and Kelly. I had lines that I could roll on, but I hit high notes like Beyonce, so I knew that the whole world would choose to listen. I was looking for a dream girl, but I couldn't find a Jennifer, so I had to look past the Hudsons. I knew I wasn't looking for gold diggers, but I wasn't fox like joining me. Instead, I searched for soul jams like Kanye. Looking in the west, but living in the east, so I knew that this wasn't NWA, but I was a black man never living in Paris, so I watched the throne. Like old school Jay-Z and Kanye, I am on the throne, yeah. But I do this without auto-tune, so this isn't a pain. Instead, I am not like T-Pain. This is natural talent, so as you listen to me carefully, you know that this is not auto-tune. Instead, we executed it like how Jay-Z said back in, was it 2003 or 2005 when he mentioned death of autotune and Lil Wayne remixed it. That was when the Carter was at its peak. You see, I ran this town like that lady from Barbados. What was her name again? Or was it Riri, or could we mention her by Robin? Or better yet, it was Rihanna, but before she had ASAP Rocky. You see, these roads are never rocky, instead they are smooth. So what was it again? This was before she had drama back with the boy that named Chris. Yes. My last name is Brown, but don't compare me to him. Instead, compare me to myself. The moral that you see, the manifestation of a man that has gone on a long journey. Yeah, that's what transformation is about. Yeah.
Do one more round, I gotta let my in.
Alright, no problem. Let me see what I can talk about. Look. Warriors We are hip-hop king. We used to talk about lyrics, but now we talk about many men. Look, this flow is better than half a dollar. It is not more than 50 cents. Is this Interscope? Is this? Hey, how are you doing? We're just having fun with this beat, man. Let me think for a minute. Is this Donald? But I'm not that. This is, yeah. Back already. Alright, next question.
What song do we have here?
Let's see.
It's really
6:54.
okay, perfect.
Oh boy, this question. Hardest thing that y'all didn't see.
Okay. I gotta jump into this question and then we'll close it up on this one, okay?
Okay.
So this is a good one. What's the hardest thing you've had to navigate as an artist, and what practical skills did you use?
Oh boy, the hardest thing that you have to navigate as an artist. I don't want to be cliche and say life, although it was, but the things that come in your life, rather I would say relationships as an artist. Yeah, that's the hardest thing. The hardest thing.
All right.
You want to talk about
Let's make a
it?
beat.
All right, let's do it. This that's my first time freestyle on this, right? First time freestyle. I don't do this at all, but we're gonna try something. Okay, listen. I came. Alright, I see ready. So, I came from the Caribbean. Let me run about. I came from the Caribbean in a time where I could make you dance to me. This sensation was soca, or was it dancehall? Was it reggae? Yeah. That sounds a bit like Drizzy, or could I call him Dre when he was freestyling with Wizkid? This is more than one dance. Instead, I could ask for 2 or 3 dances. Look. I used to love her. Like common sense, this was not common though. Even tried to make sense of when I used to love you. The hurt that you caused me to go astray. So, would I be rather single or would I rather be with you? Instead, I choose to move away from you because you were toxic. Not like Britney Spears sparing me the deceit and lies. Instead, tell me the truth. Do you love me or do you love him? Do you love me as an artist or do you love me as a person? I don't think you could tell the difference. Instead, you did not like me. Instead, you like the idea of me. So what is one day with me? Tell me.
I think one day, hey, my thing's not on again. I got the MIC St. Sam Chimes. You can't come and talk history. We're just here in the present, presently. Freestyling right now with Marlo by me. Make you feel so high. So I speak to the Royal Highness energy inside of you and me. I never stop, man. We're claiming our victory. So one day Bayou's learning a few knowledgeable edibles that make me feel incredible. Learning a few things about that poetry. It's just flowing just like the university. I mean the university to me. Sometimes it comes like hard knocks, but we gotta make history. So you know we never stop and keep it going. Never stop until the day that our jokes will be dropping. But we over here saying really something. Been around the world a few times or something. So we come through, man. We letting our energy never get down to 0 or nothing. We beam through. Appreciate you coming through on Bside.Radio. And Chimes Live FM. You know what that stands for?
What that stands for?
Chimes Live Frequency Modulation. It's a Sam Chimes production. I got the hat on, so you can check me at Shop Chimes too. I'm here freestyling in the front of these 1, 2, 6. I don't even know, but we over here saying keep living your dreams and don't back down. It's your boy Sam Chimes and Marlo saying peace out now.
Peace.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so